Alright, so we're going to finish the cover on our altered book journal, and I hope you'll follow along with me and let me show you how to do this, and then also a final flip through of the entire book. So welcome back to Markets of Sunshine. Hi, my name is Marsha, and I thank you for being here with me today. And if you want to learn how to do and start crafting and junk journals by making an altered book, making junk journals out of all different types of materials, paper bags, file folders, you name it, I'll show you how to do it. And if you want to learn how to sew for beginners and intermediate, then I can also show you all of my skills in crafting and embroidery, quilting, right here on this channel as well. So hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications for every time I upload a video, which is Monday through Friday. So thank you so much again, and we will be doing our next giveaway when we hit 400 subscribers. You have to be a subscriber with a public account to be entered into the giveaway. Alright, so let's get started. I'll show you what I've already been doing. I kind of got the cover put on over the weekend so that I could just get that much of it done, and now I'm working on the inside. But let me show you the beautiful fabric that I chose, and because there was all different colors going on inside on the pages, this fabric, as I was looking through my stash, just immediately jumped out at me, and I just love this whole vintage, antique-ish, Victorian nature theme. So there's a bird, there's flowers, leaves. It's really, really pretty. So it's a beige with red, very nice. And then I put batting, cotton batting on both sides of the cover. And then I sewed the edges of the fabric on the sewing machine so I didn't have a raw edge there. And then I folded that over front and back. And then what I'm going to do today is going to cover that up. So now we're going to open it up, and I'm going to show you how to cover these inside pages. So first of all, we need to work on this outside first. And what I'm going to do, so I have fabric that I've already picked out, and I have a little piece of lace, and I have a little piece of beige fabric, and it has a very muted floral and bird pattern as well. I've had this in my stash for quite a long time. Oh, it's just a gorgeous piece. So I'm trying to figure out so that when it's closed, I'm going to wrap the lace around both sides. Pick it up, and then, okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So a little bit on both sides, and this is the last that I had of this fabric. So it's very vintage. Alright, so I'm just going to glue as I go with you, and so you can see the whole process. And then I have some very thin brocade ribbon that's going to go at the top to cover that raw edge, and then a piece that's going to come over here and go on this raw edge, and then I'll have a piece to come over here and go on that raw edge. Peek under the camera. So I'll get another piece for here, and then I have some of my yo-yos that I've made. And again, just do whatever it is that you like with your cover. So I'm just giving you ideas. So when you're watching the different channels, that's what you should be, gleaning is ideas. Make them your own. Okay, so I want to glue this piece down in place here first. And then I'll come in, like I said, with my lace. And I'm thinking I might have it hang just a little wee bit off of the edge. This is such a chunky journal that it will either have to stand up or lay on its side, but it's just so expanded now. Oh my goodness, it's just, that's all I can say is, oh my goodness. Alright. This is the biggest journal I have ever made. The fattest. Alright, so now let me get my wax paper. Just going to glue all around the edges of this fabric. And then I'm using Aleene's tacky glue and Mod Podge mixture is what I use. So I mix the two together. And I don't like the Fabri-Tac myself, but it seems to work good for other people. But I'm just, my go-to all-purpose that works for any kind of a surface, wood, fabric, paper, is this Aleene's tacky glue. So, and it's more affordable, so that's another plus. Alright, so we're going to put this here. Yeah, I guess I could mash it down in there. I'm trying to figure out which way should I go. Let me stand it up. Okay, so I want the spine. There we go. Okay, I can just tie it as to where I want it. So gluing fabric onto fabric is very easy. It will absorb right into it. And you don't need to mash hard, just very lightly press. Just very lightly. You don't want your glue oozing out all over the place. You want it to stay put. So a gentle touch. Alright, so I had this measured. Yep, okay, so that's the measures there. These a measure here. Right, let me see. I don't know how long I need to let that set up so that it doesn't start to pucker. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to put the two ribbons on the end. And I'm using a little bit of a medium bead of glue. Okay, stand it up again so I can come here. Okay, let's start down here. These these two end pieces before I start. Okay, so far so good. Alrighty then. Just making sure that glue is really coming through all the little pores of that ribbon. Okay, so now I can come across the bottom of this one. Be a little bit coming over there, so I'm looking to see how do I want to do this. Okay, so I'm going to glue where the solid parts of the flower are, not in the open netting. Just enough to hold it in place. Okay. Should be good. Okay, so far doing really good. Alright, so now I want to turn it over. I just need to glue in place the lace here on the sides, and this is going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to do one side at a time. Now just put the glue all over the page. I want this edge up against here, all the way into the curve of the book. And just smooth it out. The nice thing about the fabric is you can smooth the wrinkles out of it really good. Okay, and now we're going to take another piece of wax paper, and we put the wax paper here so that it does not glue this page to the fabric. So I'm going to put that there. Alright. All on these edges. Okay. Nope. Same process on the front. So it's just that easy. It's not difficult. Just don't be nervous and just enjoy the process. Always have clothespins around. Perfect, perfect, perfect for keeping everything out of the way. Holding it in place. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to attach the fabric so that it won't move on me. And then I can cut it straight. And you can pick up clothespins at Walmart. I think even I don't know if the dollar store has them, but check at the dollar store. Okay, and these are the yo-yos that I have picked out that match the cover perfectly. This is the actual fabric that I have on the cover. And then the lace that I'm using, very, very similar. And then the tan beigey color is the other piece. So all these three elements is exactly going to match the cover. Okay, so now let's turn it around. Take these off. Hold that a little bit better there. And do the same thing over here. I didn't iron this fabric, so that's why I've got the wrinkles. Okay, and then this piece of lace needs to go down. Let me fold it over, and then I'll have to put another section of glue. Okay, here we go. And always have a roll of paper towels right at your desk. You will definitely need it. And a roll of wax paper. So let me tear off another piece. Okay, that works perfectly. Alright, so let's put this on first. Then the paper towel. And my reasoning for doing the wax paper and then the paper towel is because this just will glide right over the top so easily. So there's no catching, and then the glue won't come through on your paper towel. And wax paper, so it allows you to smooth out all the wrinkles. And since I had the page with the black, white, and silver, that's why I chose this fabric for the inside of the cover. Okay. Alright, so now those can start to dry. These can go back. Okay. Find that center spot. Open it up. Alright, now I have this lace yo-yo. A little bit of glue got over there. Alright, so now we just have to, it's a matter of placement. Where do I want to put these? So I was thinking, do I want them inside the little box on this corner? Kind of like that. And then I'll have buttons that I'll glue into the center, and I'm not sure. Did I want to use, I don't want to use shiny, so I'm thinking I'll use some very antique-y, older buttons, and I have so many buttons around. I've got containers and containers and containers I've inherited from my grandmother and from my uncle, who had an antique store. He gave them to my mom, and she gave them to me. So, got lots of buttons, and I've purchased lots of buttons through the years as well. So, let's take a look at this. So we're going to pick it up. Okay, now, so this is how it will look. Isn't that pretty? So I just wanted to break that up, and it could have stayed just like I had it. It would have been beautiful, but I said, you know what? Let's do a little bit. Let's just add a little bit there. So, or I was thinking come over here, but I'm thinking now that I'm looking at this, I like it here within the little decorative box that I made. So, alright. You know how those little pieces of fuzz, you can't leave them, you have to pick them off, so that's what I'm doing. I like that. Now, another thought that just came to me was, what about maybe a picture that I have? Could be a family picture, could be one of my husband and I, could be one of my daughter and my husband and I, could be one of her artwork pieces, like the one I put on the inside. But at this point, I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it like this, and then come in with the buttons. And I think that's going to be beautiful. So this just makes it very elegant. Really happy with it. Very, very pleased with it. All right, where's the page? I had it like at the center point. That's why I'm trying to stick. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, I'm nervous putting the final touches on it. I mean, this one, I don't know why, but this was more so than my Rebel quilter, you know, but I'll do a final flip through here in a second. Okay, let's just glue these in place, Marsha. All right. Big blob of glue. Mash it, mash it. Okay, same over here. Pretty good sized blob. These guys, I find, for whatever reason, are stinkers when it comes to not wanting to stay in place. So you got to put a lot of glue, and it's already oozing out, but it's okay. Okay. All right, so now just mash. Hold these in place. And then, are you ready? Let's do the final flip through. I'm going to give this just a couple of minutes to dry, and I'll be right back. Here we are. I've got the buttons glued into place, and now a cute little charm hanging off of it. And I'm going to add one more final touch. And if you don't have a wax seal kit, then I highly recommend you get one off of Amazon. Again, I don't have any affiliate links, but you can just go right on Amazon and pick out a kit. I purchased this assortment of wax pellets, and then it came with one or two of the seals I could choose from, and the cute little melter, whatever you call this thing, the holder. Okay, and then I just purchased tea candles, unscented, and this is really easy, so let me show you how to do it. I wear gloves because it's just me, but you don't have to wear gloves. So here we go. And I use a ceramic plate, and I keep my candle on the ceramic plate and the match until it's cooled off and until I can wet it and put it in the trash. So you hold your little tool, I'll try to move this so you can see it, and then the little burner with the wax candles underneath, you're holding it. This does not, the handle doesn't heat up at all. You don't feel any heat at all. And it's just like wax, kind of like melted crayon, but not quite as, you know, strong. But that's what I would say. The candle burning is, lighting the match is stronger smell. So you just move it, gently wiggle it back and forth, and you want to have a paper towel ready when you're finished to wipe the bottom and get the soot, black soot off of it, and wipe the inside of it to get any residue out. don't let it just keep building and building, because that mingles your colors. So I put 2 red and 1 gold wax chip. So you always use 3 wax chips. I will have to hold the book. Just kind of wiggle it around. So you're wanting to get that, especially when you're using 2 colors, you want to get the other color to mingle pretty good. Okay. That can go out. Okay, here we go. So I have to hold it level. So I'm going to put it over, I'm trying to think, did I want it here or here? I think I like it up here. Alright, so we're just going to swirl it in a circle. And then come in with your seal, gently, just lay it right on top. And it doesn't take very long, just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to do this all in real time so that you can see. And where the glue came through the buttons, I just took some of my silver fine glitter, that's a Martha Stewart brand, and sprinkled it right on top, just to give it that little bit of bling. And then this cute little charm. This was actually a wine glass charm. I save those. I don't drink wine, so you can use them for lots of different things. So I put it around the yo-yo, and the opening part that you would have opened the charm up with, put that down underneath of the yo-yo, so then once this all is dry, then you'll be able to see it. Okay. Yep, just lift it off of there very gently. Take off my gloves. And then hold it up so that you can see the beautiful rose. I know I zoomed in quite a bit, so hopefully you'll be able to see that. But absolutely, so it picks up this flower here. Just gorgeous. And see the 2 colors? Doesn't that blend pretty? This is just an extra touch. You don't have to do it, but it's just if you, I mean, and look at how easy it is. It's very easy to do. So just have fun with it. And now let me give you the final. I think these are probably dry enough that I can lay it over and start showing you the flip through. Turn it over. I want to lay it down onto the wax paper. Okay, let's see how the camera's looking so I make sure. Okay, good. Alright, we're good. So I'm not going to move it. I'm going to leave it right where it's at. Turn it just a little bit. So let's start at the beginning. So this is how the story unravels. Leave that there, it's still very wet. Okay, started off with a doily, 7-inch doily, painted it, used white gesso, some stamps, and then over here I made a belly band with ribbon. I glued it in the center, embellished with a steampunk style, 2 journaling cards here, folded with 2 pockets here, the page tab and the little page charm. I'm using the ribbon with the wire, curled it around to hold it into place. Did the same thing here, the belly band across, 2 tags here, and this was a music theme, just layered with the fabric. Just like you would do a collage with paper, you do the same thing with fabric. And all of the process, the step-by-steps, are in individual videos, and I listed it in the playlist for the Altered Book series, so I will link that at the card at the end, so you can go and watch that, and watch the whole series, the step-by-step. the whole process of how every page was. So here's 2 pockets here. Here's that 7-inch doily cut in half. Of course, you can see all the charms and embellishments that I added. This is just an adorable little junk mail envelope that's been decorated, obviously. And then I made a little charm, a banner here, so you can see that. And then pockets on all these other pages. So pockets and tucks on all the pages. I have to make a little charm holder for this, which I'm going to do. Let me show you what I came up with for that. I just took a safety pin, put the vintage buttons on it, and now I can just come right here and